quiz show, Riddle Me Opera. Our contestants tonight are Suzanna Guzman and Thomas Michael Allen. During the show, play along and share your comments on Facebook. Donations from tonight's show will support opera in underserved communities around Los Angeles. Just visit riddlemeopera.com. And now I introduce our lovely host, Natalie Salins. Natalie.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Riddle Me Opera, the opera quiz show. I am your host, Natalie Salins. Our panelists this week are Randy Guru, an opera-loving lawyer who believes a love duet is a legally binding contract, and Jessica Mamie, mezzo-soprano, who has brought us exciting portrayals from bel canto to musical theater and is ready for more. And of course, our scorekeeper, the lovely mezzo Stephanie Morgan Russell. Yes, yes. Our guests this week are truly top-notch. We are so thrilled and honored to have this renowned opera singer on our show this week, Suzanna Guzman. There are so many accolades to this incredible career, but most proud is she of her Emmy Award that she won for hosting and tying in first place at the Met. Something you may not know about Suzanna is that her career got started in game shows. So careful, Tom. Now, tell us. Tell us a little bit about
this was rigged.
Uh-oh. We're in for it this time.
You're on candid camera.
Tell us a little bit about this, Suzanna.
When I was a struggling artist, not sure if I wanted to be an actor or a musical theater performer or sing in a band, there was a trade paper called Dramalog. Do you guys remember Dramalog? And it would list jobs for singers, and one of the jobs was game show contestant. And so I won a lifetime surprise, a supply of Sweet and Low.
You continue to use Sweet and Low?
I did. I used to. I use that other stuff now. And I won, and that was on The Joker's Wild. So I was on The Joker's Wild, Match Game Hollywood Squares, Super Password.
I love Super Password.
And on Super Password, I actually won a tool that I have always used in opera, which is a Casio VL Tone. And it is a teeny little keyboard. At some point, I may get up and show you. They don't make them anymore, and they don't play chords, but you can put in like 5 measures of a melody. And if you're trying to learn unusual coloratura, it will play it back for you, and you can go to the tempo.
So cool.
Awesome.
It's really cool. So, and then Bob Eubanks liked me so much, he hired me to be a professional winner. I did a bunch of pilots with him, Easy Street, House Party, and I guess my favorite memory is I must have won his wife's mink coat about 4 times. And he would put it on and he'd say, "Give it back."
Oh, it's amazing.
We should have had a game show winning reel to play for this based on all of the winning you did, apparently.
That's a great idea.
So true. So true.
Well, they run them. They run all these shows on the Game Show Network. So people will text me and say, "I think I saw you on Super Password."
My gosh. And do you get residuals on that?
I should, because it was after the 4 Lifetime shows. I had to join AFTRA. But no, I didn't. But that's okay. After, I still love you.
And then I know that there's some very exciting news happening currently for you, is that you're working on a radio show now, yes?
On May 1st, thank you so much. That is so lovely. 93-year-old Saul Levine, who started KKGO, K-Jazz, Go Country. Decades ago, he started K Mozart in 1949. And he is relaunching it on May 1st. K Mozart, AM 1270, and kmozart.com. And I do the musical theater show and the opera show. And over the summer, I'm going to end up doing Monday through Friday drive home.
Wow.
So,
That's great.
Exciting.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Well, I look forward to seeing how you handle this game show. Our next contestant, also as renowned and incredible, Thomas Michael Allen. Hello, Tom. Tom is a lyric tenor with an international career spanning over 25 years in major opera houses all over Europe and Germany. He also is featured in over 20 commercial recordings and just recently moved to LA. Tom, how does that fare for you? How do you like LA?
I love LA. If you spend 20 years in Europe, all you want is sunshine. And so I'm deeply satisfied being here. And there's so much going on musically that I had no idea about. And I have the perfect ambassador, Suzanna Guzman, who keeps me up to date.
Awesome.
Good guide.
And then something fun and different that the audience may not know about you is that you are a gyrotonics teacher, which is incredible. It's one of my most favorite exercise regimes, I guess. Have you found a correlation between singing and this kind of physical work?
Absolutely. I started taking lessons when I was singing a lot, because it really helps align your body. It gives you strength and expands your rib cage and breathing without making you bulked up and tight. So it proved invaluable to me as a singer. And every city I would go to, I'd find a trainer. And then slowly I was thinking, maybe I should become a trainer too. And so I did the teacher training, and now I teach gyrotonic. Also at USC, I teach gyrokinesis.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know that. How cool. It's amazing.
Yeah. So it's great for all performers, not just singers, instrumentalists, all humans, but.
It's amazing.
We'll want a free lesson after the show.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
And not many people know about it. And let me tell you, when you have done it and when you have trained in this way, it's such an incredible opener, and it's really special, and people need to know more of it and about it. No question.
Gyrotonics party at my house, Tom. You're all invited.
I'm down for that.
Amazing. All right, guys. Well, let's begin. We start our overture round. In this round, in this round of 4 multiple choice questions, each correct answer is worth 1 point. With each successive round, the questions become more difficult and worth more points. At the end of the show, both competitors will win the priceless Riddle Me Opera coffee mug, but only one will have the bragging rights as tonight's winner. If you answer correctly, you will hear Stephanie make this sound. Okay. Now, if you answer incorrect, which I'm sure we will not hear this evening, you'll hear this sound.
Oops, better turn on.
Oh, that's very sad.
The questions in this round will be asked by our panelist, Jessica Mamie. Opening round is all yours.
Why, thank you, Natalie. Suzanna, you are up first. I know. Woo, get excited. Here we go. Not every operatic heroine is helpless. Most can read and write. Some rule kingdoms. One even manages her own farm. Okay? Is it A, Papagena in the Magic Flute, B, Adina in the Elixir of Love, C, Marguerite in Faust, or D, Cho-Cho-san in Madame Butterfly?
Since there is no mezzo in the Elixir of Love, and I don't know what Adina does for her primary occupation, I'm going with B.
All right. You are correct. It is definitely Adina in the Elixir of Love, and always good to talk out those thoughts in there. And I'm with you. No mezzo. What has she done? I
know. Jessica, I just have to point out, this is a bevy of mezzos here tonight, right?
Oh yes, a lovely posse here.
And a triumph of tenors.
True.
Is that like a pride of lions?
Yes.
All right, we're going to go over to Tom now for our second multiple choice question. Here we go, Tom.
Okay.
Opera plots are usually drawn from plays or novels, but a few originated as fairy tales. Which of the following is based on The Little Mermaid? Is it A, Rusalka by Dvorak, B, Hansel and Gretel by Humperdinck, C, Cinderella by Rossini, or D, The Flying Dutchman by Wagner?
It is a Rusalka.
Well done. Neck and neck. Good little warm up. Now we're going to start moving along. Question for Suzanna. Here we go. In a book titled Doctors in Opera, Dr. J. Ian Robertson examines the depiction of medical professionals in some 40 operas and rates their skill by comparing how long their patients keep singing before they expire. So, which of the following has the best record? Is it A, Dr. Grenville in La Traviata, B, Dr. Dulcamara in The Elixir of Love, C, Dr. Miracle in Tales of Hoffmann, or D, Dr. Bartolo in The Barber of Seville?
I don't think anybody dies in Barber. And I don't know Elixir of Love. Non c'è mezze. So I'm going to say Dr. Bartolo. D. Barbieri.
Well, you had some good elimination going on there. So Dr. Bartolo does not seem to have any patients throughout the opera. So that was a good elimination to start with.
He's a doctor of music.
Dr. Dulcamara has an elixir, but it doesn't cure any ills. So that we didn't go with elixir. Poor Antonia, she only lasts about 8 minutes after Dr. Miracle commands her to sing. It's really Dr. Grenville who gives Violetta a whole 15 minutes from the moment she can't stand up until her final collapse. So he wins for longest living patient after.
Oh my God.
That was a tough one.
I would never have got it.
But don't you all want to go out and buy this book now? I am so intrigued.
Maybe.
All right. Well, we're going to go back to you, Tom, for our last multiple choice question in the overture round. In the Marx Brothers film, A Night at the Opera, Harpo sneaks into the orchestra pit and inserts pages of Take Me Out to the Ball Game into the overture. Which opera's overture did the audience expect to hear? Was it A, Götterdämmerung, B, Boris Godunov, C, Il Trovatore, or D, Carmen?
You know, I have never seen A Night at the Opera. So, but I would bet that it's Carmen because the others seem too obscure. D.
That was some pretty good logic. I like where you were going with it, but it actually was C, Il Trovatore.
Wow, audiences were more educated back then.
Apparently. All right, so time for a score, I think.
Yes, Stephanie, what is our score?
We are all tied up after the first round, 1-1.
Woo!
Nice. Very good,
Anyone's
guys.
game.
Now we enter tonight's audio quiz theme, and it is partying. That's why we're all in our best party gear. Each contestant will be given a short operatic audio clip. After listening to the clip, you'll be asked to describe 4 details regarding the party: the opera where the party takes place, who is hosting the party, what is the occasion, and how the party turns out. Each question is worth 1 point, earning you a total of 4 total points. Randy, take it away.
Okay, hang on to your seat. Susanna,
I
this
need to
first
start
one-
drinking.
Exactly. That would be a great idea. Susanna, this one's for you. Maestro, would you play Susanna's first tune? Maestro, are you with us? Hello, Maestro. Okay, Susanna, can you identify that opera?
For 5 seconds, I thought it was the mezzo part for the opening of Traviata, the Flora's party scene.
It's always about the mezzo.
Then I thought it was the auto da fe scene from the one Orpheus in the Underworld. I'm stumped. I have no idea. It seems
Well,
French.
that would have made two of us.
It seems very French.
Well, the correct answer is Candide.
It's from Candide. Oh, what a day!
Candide.
What a day for an auto da fe.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
You were partially right.
You're going to get 3 more questions on this one. So
Okay, I know where it was. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Now, who is giving that party when that music is going on?
I think Cunegonde is an attendee. I don't think she's giving it. Oh, what is that guy's name? I'm gonna just say Cunegonde. I think she's an attendee, but I don't think it's her patron, I think.
No, it's unfortunate. It's Portuguese inquisitors.
What a day for an auto da fe.
That was
Okay, let's
interesting.
see if I can get make up anything else.
All right. So here's another hard question. What is the occasion for the party given by these Portuguese inquisitors?
They're gonna have an execution. They're celebrating the auto da fe.
That works.
That's correct.
Aha!
Okay. Nothing like an inquisition to get you going.
Heck yeah!
Okay. And lastly, how does it turn out?
People get beheaded at the party.
Well, how does it turn out with respect to Pangloss and Candide?
Oh, they get away. They escape. They do escape.
Very good.
So
Very
it's a
good.
happy ending.
Okay, and same with this question this series had a happy ending. You got 2 out of the 4.
It's pretty funny not knowing what the music came from.
Yeah, you did a great comeback. Okay, Tom, the next song will be for you. Again, it'll be a party. So Maestro, would you play it?
Oh! I'll be able to sing this too.
Tom,
Okay.
can you identify the opera?
So I believe that's the beginning of Rigoletto.
Very good, very good. Who is giving the party?
Is it the Duke?
Very good. Now, this is a tough one coming up. We had some debate over this one, but what is the most likely occasion for the party?
The most likely occasion.
The most likely reason for the party. Just think about it. Just
Debauchery,
broadly.
is that a reason?
I think that's.
Yeah,
That
we've
is
got
the
here.
reason.
He likes having a good time and picking up women. That's his
Yeah.
reason for the party. Okay. And last but not least, how does the party turn out?
Well, Rigoletto, no, Sparafucile curses Rigoletto. Does that happen at the end of the party? No. Oh. Is it that
Give me one more try on this.
Gilda meets the Duke?
Oh,
I've never been in this one.
the party ends
Yes.
when Monterone, who is the father of one of the girls
That's the
being
guy.
defiled at the party, shows up and curses everyone.
Okay, so it's Monterone. I was kind of close with Sparafucile, no? I mean,
You
Yeah,
were.
except
Half a
one's a
point.
murderer and the other one is a father. But close. They're both men.
I should have just said someone curses someone and that would have been enough, right?
But hey, you got
Oh, well.
3 of the 4, and Suzanne.
That
Okay,
is
I got real lucky,
nice.
so I'm just gonna be happy with that.
Yeah,
All right,
he's a sleeper. I told you.
Competitive competition.
It ain't over until until it is over.
Okay, Susanna, the next tune is going to be for you. It's one from one of my favorite operas. Would you go ahead, maestro, and play it for Susanna? Okay, Susanna. Any idea what that opera is?
Are there mezzos?
Is it,
Are there mezzos?
let me think.
Yes.
I've seen this opera. I don't know if I've been in it.
Yeah, I don't recall
Yes.
if there's a mezzo. That's a good
Oh,
question.
dear.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, actually,
There
I'm getting
is.
an answer. The answer is yes, there is a
Yes.
mezzo.
30
I'm not sure who it is.
It's a contralto, just so you know.
Somebody
Ooh.
tell me. Oh well, I'm drawing a blank. I give up.
Okay, well, does this help you out?
Oh, is it
Wow.
Un Maschera?
Yes.
Okay,
but
that's a really big
thank
clue, though.
you.
we can't
Oh,
give you
yes,
the
and
point,
it's
but-
Ulrica.
Oh, yeah, of course, Ulrika.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Act 2. Okay. Now, who is giving that party?
Oh, wait. Oh God, what's that story? There's God, all their names are Manrico or Ricardo or some Verdi name.
One
Is that
of those was
Ricardo?
right. One of those was right.
Oh, it was Manrico. No, it's Ricardo. It's Ricardo. I know that. It's Ricardo. Ricardo. Isn't that funny though? All their names are Ricardo, Manrico, Turidu.
Okay, we're going to give you one guess right now. You're up or down. Which name is it?
Oh, it's Ricardo for sure.
Okay, we'll give it. You got it. This isn't for a point, but do you know what his role was? What his capacity was? This is an interesting question.
Well, the opera it's a weird opera about spies and about revolution against some patriarchy. So, no.
Yeah. Well, actually, the opera was originally set in Sweden, and the monarch was the King of Sweden. But the censors made Verdi concerned. They wouldn't let him put it on that way, so he changed it so Ricardo would be the governor of Boston. And so the one we
That's
usually see
right.
is the governor of Boston.
That is right. Do you know that Verdi wrote 27 operas in under 30 years?
Crazy.
Amazing.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Too much talent. Too much talent.
And they're also great. They're also
Amazing.
great.
But
Okay.
you were saying spies. It was a conspiracy. There's
Yes.
still that. Yes.
Boston.
All right.
I totally forgot that.
Now, even though Ulrika wasn't on stage when this partying was going on, can you tell us what the occasion was for the party? I'll give you a clue. It's at the end of the opera. When
I was gonna
Ulrika
say
is
the
not on the
occasion was-
stage.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said the clue is that it takes place at the end of the opera when Ulrika is not on the stage.
She's not
Sorry.
invited to the party. Often the case with us poor mezzos.
She has to
Get
watch
out.
downstairs in the basement at the casa. Okay.
I just, it's for the Boston Tea Party. It's for them to overthrow the government with tea. And they're all getting together to throw stuff into the harbor.
Well, since the governor hosted the party, that's probably not the right answer. So, but actually, what
Well
appears to
played.
be the
And with
most likely,
confidence, though. That's good.
what appears to be the likely most reason for the party was that Ricardo, who was in love with the soprano Amelia, sorry, it was not the mezzo, but his best friend was the soprano's husband, Renato. And he decided that the only way he could end this love triangle, which hadn't been consummated, was to send his best friend Renato off to England along with his wife to remove the temptation. So this party was his last chance to see them both. Okay.
Aw.
And then the last question,
Oh, still me.
how does the party turn out?
It's terrible. Amelia takes poison and she dies.
That's a damn good guess, but not the right one.
I totally believed you.
But somebody,
That's what mezzos
Fake
want
it
for
till
all
you make
sopranos,
it.
though, right?
but somebody did die. It was Riccardo, because Renato knifed him, not realizing that the relationship had not been consummated with his wife. And then he felt great remorse after he did it. And Riccardo takes a hell of a long time on stage to die after he receives the fatal blow. But he didn't have a doctor, so we couldn't throw him in with the other question. Okay, Tom, this is going to be the last one of these. This is going to be your tune. Maestro?
That's all I get.
That's all you get. I had no clue on this one myself, and I'm a tenor, so we may share the same affliction here.
Um,
The name of
It's
the
not-
opera.
it's
Do you
not
wanna-
Faust, is it?
Whoa! You
What
got
a
it.
guess! What a guess!
You pulled it out.
Gotta love that. Go
Well,
with your
maybe-
gut. Go with your gut, Tom.
Maybe you got a chance on the other questions. Who is giving?
Unbelievable.
Who it is? Who is giving
Who's
the party?
giving the party? Well, isn't it? It's Mephistopheles is giving the party. No, well, but he's disguised as someone else. It's not Faust. He doesn't give parties, right? It's not
I can't-
Marguerite.
He's a
Then there's, who
doctor.
does that leave us? There's the mezzo. What's the mezzo's name, Susanna?
Steve Bell.
Who is it?
No,
that's
the other
used-
mezzo.
Oh,
The
Well-
older one.
Who is it
Martha.
that in most operas is the least remembered?
Who is the least remembered?
In most operas.
You mean the mezzo? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, that's it. I'm leaving.
Wrong question.
Who's the least
No.
remembered? The conductor? No.
No. Okay, well, okay. Stephanie will have to.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it's the chorus. And the
Oh, the
Aw.
chorus is holding the party. Okay, fair enough.
The-
No.
why are
The
they
answer-
throwing a party?
I don't know. There are
You
students,
tell us.
soldiers, and
What's
villagers
the
in the
next
chorus
question?
giving the party. And what is the occasion for the party, if you have any guess?
I feel like isn't this where like Faust and Mephistopheles come in all dressed up and they try to like somehow take Marguerite away with them, or I can see this, but I can't tell you specifics of what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, Steph. Now, the occasion for the party given by the students, soldiers, and villagers was that the soldiers are leaving for war.
Oh yeah,
Well-
avant te quitter, avant te quitter. There we go.
Wow, just a second
Sayonara.
too late.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, how does it turn out?
It doesn't turn out well.
Well, not the whole opera, just this party.
It doesn't. He doesn't. No.
Well, look at Jesse. Look at Jesse.
So Marguerite falls in love with Faust.
Say that again.
Marguerite falls in love with Faust at the party.
Well, I'm not sure. Wait, I'd like a writer to answer that.
Writer.
Oh, writer in the sky.
Actually, she doesn't see him until she's leaving the village square and he catches up with her. Faust sees Marguerite in person for the first time.
So the answer is that at this party, Faust finds Marguerite, and she's the young girl Mephistopheles had shown him in a vision. And our writer. So, all right. Well, that's the end of this round.
All right.
That was harrowing.
That was tough.
That was a tough round.
Yeah.
Tough round.
You guessed. I would have said the students were celebrating that they got straight A's.
Or that a mezzo had joined their ranks.
Yeah.
Dressed
There you
as
go.
doctor.
Steph, what is our score now?
Well, it's a close game. Susanna has 4 and Tom has 5.
Yay.
Whoa.
Getting closer.
Lots
Keeper.
to get to. Mhm. So now we enter my favorite rounds, the Intermezzo Round, known as Who Sang That? A famous operatic quote is read in English. Identifying who said it is worth 2 points. Describing the situation in which it is spoken or whom it is spoken is worth another 2 points. If you need a clue, you can request the quote in the original language, but then each answer is only worth 1 point. If you guess wrong in this round, your opponent is now given the opportunity to steal by answering correctly and will earn 1 point for each question addressed to them. Randy, first question for Susanna, please.
Okay, Susanna. This first one is going to be in Italian. And in English, it's let's drink to the day when I will have a real wedding and a real American wife. The first question is identify who sang that.
This isn't my real answer, but I would say Ricky Leach. And
I understand why that's funny.
and when I actually did this opera with him, and he said "Al giorno che sposa," or whatever it is, he threw his hat up into the air and then caught it, and his character was Pinkerton. Sposa Americana.
Very good. Now describe the situation in which it is spoken or to whom it is spoken.
Oh, this is so sweet of you. It's spoken to Sharpless, who's warning him that she really loves him. And he said, I paid for her. She's fine.
Very good. You made that one with flying colors.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
next
why?
one.
Because there's a mezzo in that opera.
That's right.
Suzuki.
Oh, Suzuki.
So we're
Okay.
saying, all of us.
Here we go. Tom, this is your question. This is from an opera in Italian, but the English is, the stars were shining and the earth smelled sweet. The orchard gate closed behind her. Her footstep brushed across the ground. As she entered, fragrance filled the room. She fell into my arms. Identify who said that, sang that.
Is it Cavaradossi?
Woo!
Absolutely. For extra
Amazing.
credit, you want to tell us the name of the aria?
E lucevan le stelle?
Very
Yes.
good. And now for real credit, can you describe the situation in which it is spoken or to whom it is spoken?
Is he saying it to? It's
You'll have
towards
to
the
give a straight
end,
answer.
right?
Say that again?
Isn't it towards the end?
It might
And like we're not in my Fach at all here, so I get extra credit for even knowing it. Is he saying it when he's like in prison, or he's remembering her before he's about to be killed?
Absolutely, 100%, 100%.
I like all of our
I've
faces. Like,
only seen that opera one
we go.
time, and I've definitely never been in it. And it was with Pavarotti and Carol Van Ness at the Met. Before I
Oh my
left
gosh.
for Germany, I bought season tickets to the Met as a student for like, I don't know, what was it, like $120? You got 6 operas for an actual
Oh.
seat. And I only saw 2, Arabella with Kiri Te Kanawa and Tosca with Pavarotti. And then I left for Germany and I never saw the rest of them. And I missed Flicka in Pelléas and Mélisande and a bunch of other good stuff. And that is literally the only time I've seen it. So yay me.
Wow. Well, you did a great job guessing. Great job guessing.
Wow.
Well done.
Okay.
That's
All
amazing.
right. This is going to go to Susanna now. Originally sung in Italian, the English translation is "Tie me to the chair," or maybe "Tie me to the chair." I don't know. We're not sure. So Susanna, who sang that?
Tie me to the chair. God.
Hey, tie me to the chair.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I have to take Italian, please.
Okay. In Italian, leggiatemi alla seggiola. Seggiola.
E ancora tutto non so. Who was tied? What guy was tied to a chair? Tie me to a chair. Legatemi alla seggiola. Sorry, no clue.
It's another opera without a mezzo.
Yeah, that's probably the issue here.
That is, yeah.
I suffer from that. I do.
Huh.
It's that seeing yourself on stage syndrome. So it's someone who's tied to a chair. Don Pasquale.
So now we have our first opportunity for a steal. Tom, do you want to
Can
give
I have
that
like another
a go?
clue or no?
No extra clues? We can put it back up on screen.
Is it Dick Johnson in Fanciulla? No. Okay.
It's a great moment in La Boheme when Marcello is asking for his friends to tie him to the chair so that he doesn't go and, tempt, Musetta's out there tempting him. So whatever he wants to do to Musetta, we won't go into too much detail.
We're in the
Wow.
Café Moods Act 2, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
Okay.
in the cafe.
It's during the Quando Menvo segment, and they're
Yeah.
Exactly.
okay. I know when it is, but sorry,
That's fairly advanced. That's an advanced question.
I never heard Marcello. Who's listening to Marcello?
Yeah, you're listening
Exactly.
to
I mean, it's cacophony. It's who you get to,
Sorry.
All right. Well, this last question in this round goes to Tom now. Originally sung in Italian. Now, this piece of music is one I know, unfortunately.
Okay, is it what is her name in La Rondine? What is the character's name? You need the character's name, huh?
That would be correct.
It's Chi bel sogno di Doretta. What is the character's name? I don't know. Yeah, but it's obviously not Doretta. It's not Lauretta.
We haven't confirmed the opera yet.
Well,
we haven't. It could be
No.
something else
the
entirely.
question is who's
interesting-
saying
it's an
that, so
interesting
we don't have to
tangent.
confirm the opera. But you're on a certain track.
I'm on a track, but it may be the wrong
You're on
track.
a track.
It's very hard. Very hard. I think you might be thinking of The Dream, but it's not Doretta's Dream.
Okay, so sorry, what was it again in English?
But in English, it is Now, this piece of music is one I know, unfortunately.
And you can get it in the original language if you want a clue.
Let me think here.
Going for those full points.
I have no idea.
It
So
was an
try-
excellent
try-
guess.
Do you?
Le Rondinette was an excellent guess because the pianist is there trying to, help
Right.
people learn songs. So
Do you want the clue before you forfeit?
Wait.
Oh.
Is it from Barber of Seville? The music lesson?
Unfortunately,
Why
I
didn't-
think we're gonna let Suzanna take a pass at this one because, yeah, we're gonna go this way for a second. Suzanna, you want to give it a go?
Yeah, I forgot the question.
All right, the quote in English. Who sang, "Now this piece of music is one I know, unfortunately."
So the character name, Tom, that you were thinking of from Rondinette is Magda, right?
Thank you.
Just so you know that. And it is the music teacher. This is the music teacher from Barbieri. And his name is, I want to say, what is his stupid name?
But I said Barbieri and they said no.
Well, you needed to say the music teacher's name, which is Phil Cocorinos.
But Alma Viva is this is actually an opera I've been in, no?
Well, unfortunately, this opera is neither of those options. It is actually Leporello in Mozart's Don Giovanni, when he is casting aspersions on a melody from Mozart's Marriage of
Oh,
Figaro.
yes, it's the joke, of course, yes.
How is it in Italian? Don't you do Leporello? Is that in your Fach?
No, Don Ottavio, the first role I ever sang.
Yeah, sorry. No
Yeah.
matter.
In
I
Italian,
don't get
it
any
is
excuses for this. Yeah,
"Questa poi la conosco purtroppo."
yeah.
Okay.
So that closes out
Yeah, it does.
our
Okay.
third round.
Stephanie, what is our score now?
Guys, it's still close. Susanna 8, Tom 9.
Ooh.
Hanging on, guys. This is getting tight.
Very close. Okay,
There's more?
guys. Yeah, one more round. Hang in there.
Sleeper, you're gonna kill this round.
It's our encore round, where each contestant is now going to get 2 questions, each worth 3 points.
Oh,
For these
the
final
stakes are so high.
It's so high. For these final questions, if your answer is incorrect, your opponent can again steal for all 3 points with the
Ooh.
correct answer. Remember, panelists' rulings are final, even if fallible.
Even if what?
Fallible.
fallible.
Fallible. Okay, panelists.
Randy, take it away.
Okay, thank you. Susanna, you're going to get the first one of these. And this must have been written by a librarian somewhere, but good luck. What scandalous novel, banned in France in 1731, inspired operas by Auber, Massenet, and Puccini, and at least 8 films, including a silent with John Barrymore and a talkie with Catherine Deneuve?
Novel. Le Dame Camille.
Now this is a steal question, so Tom, you can go ahead and give a shot at this.
Is it Manon Lescaut?
Oh,
Very
God.
good. And as an interesting sidelight, Susanna, you were so close, because this book, The Story of Chevalier de Grue and Manon Lescaut by Abbé Prévost, the book appears in Dumas's novel, The Lady of the Camellias, which became La Traviata.
Right.
But it's not the actual book in this question. So damned good try, but not quite.
Sleeper.
That was
Also,
a
no
good
mezzos in those,
steal.
right? It's a
All
mezzo
of them
free
have
zone.
somebody who's like a fallen woman who could be a mezzo if she tried.
Okay. And speaking of fall, no, Jesse, it's actually your turn now. Who said that? Who said
All right, Randy. All right. I'll talk to you after the show. It's fine. All right. Here we go, Tom. Stay with me on this question. Here we go. Verdi's Don Carlo takes place during the Spanish Inquisition and is populated with historical figures. The operatic character of the Grand Inquisitor is 90 years old and blind, although the historical Inquisitor, Cardinal Diego de Espinosa, was apparently not visually impaired at all. There was a member of the court who was partially blind, and that role is often performed with an eye patch. Who is it?
Eboli.
Right.
Wow.
Nice.
Well done.
I
Excellent.
just watched
Excellent.
videos of Tatiana Toriano singing Eboli at the Met with an eye patch, and evidently she would switch it around like night to night. Someone wrote in the comments, like, when I saw it, the patch was on the left side. Well, when I saw it, it was on the right side.
In Act 1.
Wow.
Act 1.
Wow. Talk about good
Great.
timing on that question.
Great guess.
All right, Randy, back to you.
Okay, Susanna, this is your final question. Women had few advantages in earlier times. When a lover was threatened, a woman sometimes had little recourse but to offer her honor in exchange for his life, usually with no intention of keeping the bargain. 3 Italian operas feature such women. All 3 end in suicide, but in one case, the sacrifice is not in vain. Is it Tosca, Il Trovatore, or La Gioconda?
So this is where the sacrifice is not in vain. Oh man,
Right.
that's a tough one. Cause in Trovatore, the lady kills herself, and then De Luna kills his brother, and Azucena's mother is vindicated. So
Well,
that's- that I know that's a tricky one, but I will say that I think the correct answer would be Gioconda.
Oh no, is that correct?
Yes.
That's a tricky one, right? So from
Very good.
Azucena's viewpoint, it was a long game. She
But
kidnapped.
she wasn't the one giving Azucena. Nobody wanted Azucena's honor.
You're speaking.
Exactly.
If you've ever seen an Azucena character,
But it wasn't in vain. So her death her death gave Azucena her revenge.
yeah. But what's the reason she took the poison?
Yeah,
Was so
that's
that her
not it.
lover,
That's not her. That's
Mauricio,
Gioconda.
the heroic dinner, could live.
Gioconda. Yeah, okay. Good.
Okay, Jesse, off to you.
All right, here's your final question, Tom. If you don't get this, Susanna has a chance to steal. So get in there. In real life, lovers often have pet names for each other. One of the oddest is former Vice President Mike Pence, who calls his wife Mother. In the Verdi opera Don Carlo, Carlo calls his beloved Mother. Why?
Okay, who's his beloved again? It's not Eboli. It's, why would he call her that? Because she reminds him of the Virgin Mary? No.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Susanna, do you know?
Because she is his mother.
That's creepy.
I mean, you
No.
could elaborate on that a little bit more, but
No, that was correct.
Kind of.
it kind of is correct. I don't think she intended it to be correct, but
I
I think
did. I was thinking of Figaro. I don't know. I don't know. There is-
Yeah, that was a
so.
Figaro answer.
It is a I was answering in case it was Figaro, and she was. But it's
Well,
she,
so what is the
I don't
real
know. if it's
Okay.
her either.
Let me break this one down for you because I gotta admit it's a little bit. There's some complexity here.
Was somebody's baby thrown in the fire?
Not in this particular situation. It's always a good question to make sure that didn't happen. Yeah, it's good. But in this case, Carlo's father, King Philip, actually married Carlo's lover, Elizabeth of Valois, to provide his heir a claim to the French throne. The historic Elizabeth, the actual Elizabeth, who was only 14 at the time, had previously been betrothed to Carlo and they remained close. But in the opera, they are desperately in love and she's like his stepmom. It's weird.
Ooh, okay. That's all right. Stepmom makes it okay.
That's convoluted.
It is.
And then
But
she
he loves her
jumps
and
in
he
the
is
fire.
her now stepmom over here. So
Those are good
All right.
questions,
Good
man.
questions, guys. Hard ones.
Yeah.
It's the last round. We said they were going to be the trickiest.
Dang, I'm so impressed, Tom. Eye patch and I told you, you're a sleeper.
Well, we haven't seen the final score yet.
I know. What is our final score, Stephanie?
Well, Tom won. I took 11, but it was a great game. It was close.
So close, you guys.
Oh,
Congratulations.
I feel honored.
You should. Today's Riddle Me Opera winner is Tom. Congrats. Also, congrats, of course, to Suzanna. You both played such an incredible game.
We're both Geminis.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, look at that. Excella. Hello.
Both of you will receive a priceless Riddle Me Opera coffee mug. And thank you, of course, to our panelists this week, Jessica Mamie and Randy Garou, to Elsie Harnsberger for the Riddle Me Opera theme music, to our writer, Phyllis Elliott, editor, Randy Garou, audio clips, Susanna Blake and Stephanie Morgan Russell for scorekeeping, marketing, and social media. Alex McQuan and Donald Clinton are technical advisors, and Alan Medic, our executive producer. Special thanks to our sponsors, Cecilia Claughley and Lampcraft, makers of the Gig Light music lights. This production is copyright protected, all rights reserved, and thank you to our Zoom audience. I am your host, Natalie Salins. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon for another episode of Riddle Me Opera.
You left out the legal department.
We'll get to that. Thank you for watching Vineyard Touring Opera Company's quiz show, Riddle Me Opera. If you enjoyed yourself and would like to support opera in underserved communities around Los Angeles, simply go to riddlemeopera.com and follow the prompts. Check back for notice of the next episode of Riddle Me Opera. I'm Alan Maddox saying goodbye and thank you. Stay well. And